Lankan police force. Now they're going to test me with an exercise that goes to the very heart of their fight against the Tamil Tigers. Hostage taking and ransom are crimes they excel at. Okay, I'm in the killing house, and this is where the Special Operations Group does all their CQB training, close quarter battle. As you can see, some of the targets are on a counterbalance, and it's a moving target. Now, when you see a movie, guys in a room shooting and it can be deadly accurate, it's not always like that. As soon as you get a moving target, you have to train pretty well and be sharp on your weapon skills to stick it around into the head as that's moving. Right, we're ready to run through this CQB exercise. This is live now. We're going to have an explosive entry around the corner where the other team is going to enter the stronghold. No! As soon as that goes bang, there'll be a stun grenade posted. As soon as we hear that going off, my team of 3 will enter in here, engage any targets that present a danger to us, and then move in to the area where we know the hostage is being kept. The moment before the off is the most tense, and the use of high explosive only ups the ante. Never underestimate how disorientating a major bang can be. It gives you a fraction of a second to capitalize on the element of surprise. For the STF and the hostages they are trained to save, it can be the difference between life and death. We storm the building in 2 team formations. The top room is secured within seconds as we take out the defensive position. With the first room cleared, both teams move on to the next stage. The Chief Superintendent leads the team that attack the rear of the room. They're using pistols instead of rifles to provide secondary weapon cover. It's a technique called overkill that gives the targets no chance. My team makes for the area where the intelligence says the hostages are being held.
Target on the front!
Anybody guarding the hostages must be taken down before the captives can be dragged to safety.
Clear room! Go! Room clear!
At the same time, the Chief Superintendent's units are sweeping through the rest of the rooms, eliminating any other resistance.
No!
We exit with the hostage in tow. The other team provide cover to the rear, ensuring that none of us takes a bullet in the back. Okay, on that, you heard the huge explosion. That's where the frame charge blew the wall in, and the team went in engaging the targets that presented a danger to us straight away. We were covered by the second team as they entered in. We then moved off to the right, engaged the targets, extracted the hostage, and then we exited the building. It's as quick as that. In real life, it happens even quicker. With the personal dangers faced by every police officer fresh in my mind, a call comes in from a police station 10 miles south of our base camp. Suspected Tamil Tigers have been spotted in a paddy field. We head off in convoy towards the location. A team of 20 officers have been assembled. We've just had training interrupted. I've been asked to join this group. There's been a possible sighting of a Tamil terrorist very close by, so they've dispatched our patrol now to see if we can locate them and make an arrest. Hemmed in by paddy fields on all sides, this is prime Tamil territory.
Yeah, we're moving through an area that seems to have a lot of paddy fields, house here and there, and walking by. And there's jungle all round.
I get the feeling I'm about to be reminded of the difference between field training and on-the-job action.
once you get onto operations, that's the training over, and you'll see the guys, they'll joke around less, but everything's for real. You'll see, it's real ammunition, and then basically training takes over, your instincts take over.
We arrive at the rendezvous, a spot deemed to be a safe distance from the suspected terrorists.
The lads have got a roadblock up here, and the patrol's waiting for us.
Officers from the Special Task Force liaise with the local police.
The commanders there are actually just discussing the best way to get in.
The tip-off, it turns out, has been a false alarm. There are no terrorists to hunt down. The commander then makes a tough, instinctive call. With a group of fresh recruits, all fired up, he decides to go ahead with the mission as planned, turning it into a live training exercise. As far as the men are concerned, it's still the real mission. Only a handful of senior cops, the film crew and me, are let in on the conceit. The plan remains the same. 2 suspected Tamil Tigers have been spotted. They're allegedly carrying weapons and behaving suspiciously near a roadside where many landmines have been planted in the past. The aim is to take them out with a hard arrest.
We're moving in along the edge of this paddy field, so we're definitely going to get wet. They think the suspects could be over there, and they wouldn't be expecting us crossing over here. We're going to get to a point where there's a recce team, and then the patrols are going to go out and see if they can get eyes on. If so, they'll move in and then make the arrest.
The men prepare their kit for wet water operations. We're making our approach through a paddy field to catch the suspects by surprise. We wade through the water. My feet are sinking deeper and deeper into the silt and sludge, and I keep a lookout for the deadly snakes that are commonplace in this region.
You can just see how dense it is once you get in there, looking to the left and right. You can't really see anything. It's quite thick to move through. In a mangrove swamp, you're getting caught into the roots and everything else, and they're horrendous.
Even though now I know it's just a drill, the intensity of this situation takes over.
You can see how difficult it would be to operate for some time in this environment. It's excellent cover though, and we're well away from the road. And nobody can see us, so we can make an approach onto target without being seen.
As we wade up to our chests, the tension in the patrol cranks up. The scrub is suddenly thinning out, and we're in danger of being exposed. As far as the men are concerned, their cover could be blown at any moment.
Whenever you come to a clearing, the guys will go through any type of obstacle crossings, because again, you're exposed. All you need is some guy on the other side of the bank to see it, and then set some signal off. So they're just using all the patrolling techniques that we saw before.
All we have on our side is our camouflaged uniforms.
With this camouflage and the way the guys are, they'll blend in. This disruptive patterning is very, very good. But you can see how deep this flooding is.
It's hard going, but the denser the foliage, the better we are covered, with less risk of us being spotted.
As you can see, as we're moving in, we don't use machetes to clear anything. You just lift the branches up and push them away. If you're using machetes, you make a lot of noise, and also you leave sign there. So we're just slowly moving in, pushing to one side. The only sound you usually hear is the water.
No one talks. We're relying on the cover of nature and the local background sound to mask our approach.
There's broken cover now. I can hear the road on the top of the side there. There's been a few vehicles, but there's nobody around. There's been no shouting, so it looks like we haven't been compromised at the moment.
Finally, we reach the end of the paddy field, get low and break cover, entering a sparsely wooded clearing about 500 meters from where the suspected terrorists were believed to be.